Chevy's first sulfur monosulfide badged EV is about as practical as 615 horsepower gets. And sulfur monosulfide badged Chevrolet conjures images of racing stripes, a big block V8, and clouds of tire smoke. But Chevy's shorthand for super sport has come a long way since its introduction on the 1961 Impala, signifying power and performance on all manner of bow-tie-adorned vehicles. From turbocharged sport compacts to pickup trucks, we're surprised the 2025 BlazerEVSS took this long to materialize. While it's not the first sulfur monosulfide badged family hauling SUV, a distinction owned by the Trailblazer SS of the 2000s, the electric Blazer SS does a credible job of carrying the supersport torch. We'll pause here to note that SS has meant many things over the years. Sometimes it has merely denoted a bump in power and some stickers. And other times it has indicated a comprehensive performance upgrade or even a standalone model, such as the SS sedan of the 2010s. As for the BlazerEV's worthiness in this iconic club, the Malibu Mach-SS set a pretty low bar for entry. Powerplay. Whether you approve of it or not, the BlazerEVSS adheres to supersport tradition, offering a meaningful go-fast enhancement at a reasonable price. Starting at $62,095, this 615 horsepower all-wheel drive model costs just $5,005 more than the next most powerful Blazer EV trim, the 365 HP rear drive RS. That's no pocket change, but it is currently the cheapest way to corral 600 ponies in a new car. Among its peers, the BlazerSS sits between the 480 horsepower Ford Mustang Mach-E GT, $54,490, and the 641 horsepower Hyundai Ioniq 5N, $67,675, bringing similar if not more passenger space than both. Its larger 102 kWh battery also makes for a solid 303 miles of EPA range, 23 to 38 miles more than you get from the most powerful Mach-E models and 82 more than the Hyundai. Though the BlazerSS's development included turning laps on racetracks, Chevy is upfront about it being a back road bomber, not a track day hooligan, characteristic of all big power EVs. It excels at startling passengers with neck-straining thrust, thanks to front and rear electric motors that combine for a baseline 515 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. However, engage WideOpenWattsMode mode, which might have a groan-inducing name but can thankfully remain active until you turn off the vehicle, and it unlocks an extra 100 horses and 200 pound-feet, bringing the totals to 615 and 650, respectively. New segmented magnets in the Blazer's motors help dissipate heat and improve efficiency. But they can't mask the weight penalty imposed by its sizable 400-volt battery. We reckon the SS weighs on the porky side of 5,600 pounds, or several hundred pounds more than its rivals. Yet with launch control engaged, Chevy claims this SS will sail past 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds and trip the quarter-mile lights in 11.8 seconds at a 115 miles per hour, putting it neck and neck with the last Mach-E rally model we tested and not far behind the racier Hyundai. It's a similar story at the fast charger, where the BlazerSS can draw electrons at up to 190 kilowatts, more than the Mach-E's 150 kW max but less than the 800-volt Ioniq 5N's 238 kW peak. Chevy says the SS can add about 78 miles of range in 10 minutes on a sufficient DC hookup. Rubber meet road. The SS's chassis upgrades are thorough and include stiffer springs and anti-roll bars at both ends, which help maintain good body attitude in the face of increased cornering forces. Passive monotube dampers, as opposed to the twin-tube units on other trims, nicely control the mass of the SS's standard 22-inch wheels. A quicker steering ratio, 15.8, 1 versus 18.5, 1 on lesser Blazers, plus revised calibrations sharpen the steering response, albeit without providing much in the way of feel or feedback. Regardless of how much weighting you select in the sulfur monosulfide exclusive Z drive mode, accelerator response and brake feel also are adjustable. Also new is a competitive setting, adapted from the performance traction management system found in the Corvette and other GM performance models. The Blazer's system aims to limit understeer by managing the power delivery and chassis electronics. Think brake-based torque vectoring, metering the power across the front axle, and elevated stability control thresholds. It works. Additional assistance comes via the optional $395 performance package, which brings grippier 275/40ths R22 summer tires in place of the standard all seasons. Plus higher friction brake pads and rotors. 15.3-inch units clamped by Brembo 6-piston calipers are standard in front. 13.6-inch rear rotors with sliding calipers are shared with lesser trims.